So let's take a moment and again, bringing in some of the brain science, but understanding how the mind works with the brain. So this formula is powerful. And most of us know this. Most of us know that everything starts in our thoughts. So if you look around your room that you're in, you look at your computer, the style of your clothes, everything started with a thought. And then it was brought into physical form. We need our imagination. We've seen the outplay and the results of the imagination with all the inventors, just basic things, creating the light, creating the computer, the iPhone, all of that started in thought and was brought into physical form. Actually, Einstein said that imagination is more powerful than your intelligence. And just a side note, unfortunately, what's happening in the school system is we're kind of muting imagination and we're focusing on the scores and what needs to get accomplished. We need to really, that's another kind of talk in itself, but we ourselves want to step into creativity because that's going to serve us at a really high level. So the thing that we know now also is that our thoughts actually create a vibration in our body. Our body is hearing and connecting with our thoughts, and the nervous system picks up on it. And then when we recognize that that vibration is happening, we identify that I'm feeling this particular way. So for instance, if you, are thinking a low level thought, a very contractive negative thought, we're vibrating at a very low level. When we're on our game and we're in it and we're having a great day, we're vibrating at a higher level. So I'd love to say, if you actually ask someone, how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm vibrating at a very low level, right? That's really the descriptive piece of it. This is really important because it's an indication. If you're wondering, you notice a feeling that you're having, what you can do is go back to, what was I just thinking? And this is going to play into the power in a few moments. So with those feelings then impact our actions, the actions that we're going to take. And therefore they play out in our results. Now, most of us weren't brought up knowing this formula, and we think that our results are caused by our circumstances. I can't do this because I don't have the education, or I don't have enough money to invest in this or that. So we get into the cause thing, but really we get into the becauses. I can't do this because. And if we really listen to this is kind of victim thinking. Well, once we understand this, it's extremely powerful, because if we don't like the results in our lives, and I'm going to, for today, we'll be focusing in on, where you're going in your job search. If things aren't going the way you want, the results don't lie. We take a look at and we get aware of where we are. But the really exciting thing is when we learn how to navigate, it goes back to how we're going to shift that is shifting our thinking. And I'll just say the statistic is pretty amazing. Well, first of all, one of my mentors actually says most people aren't thinking, meaning we're replaying 90% of our thoughts from the day before, from the day before. Can anybody relate to that? So we're on a broken record. We're kind of going round and round and round. And when we want to be able to really lean into specific thinking so we can direct ourselves to where we want to go. So I'm just going to use the quick example of someone in sales. You had a not so great month last month. Now that created a feeling and you got the results there. Now, when we're going to the new month, if you're still carrying what I call that story, and many times we're not aware of it because we're not paying attention to what we're really thinking. So we go into this month with that kind of chatting in the background. What that's doing is it's impacting your thoughts, which is going to create those feelings and create those same actions. So you can see how we can get into this spiral, or the repeating. I call it the Groundhog Day, doing it over and over and over again. So what we're going to be doing here today is understanding how to shift that, because we want to create, as you're thinking about your job search, you want to be navigating from that higher level thinking and directing your process